Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the Pfizer vaccine for COVID and the safety that's been reported with it. The first most common reported side effect is pain at the injection site, being at 84.1%. And then you can see everything kind of listed in descending order as far as prevalence of the reported side effect. Going all the way down to lymphadenopathy at 0.3%, being the most or the least frequent side effect listed, and everything in between. Here I've listed the non-serious adverse effects or side effects, basically everything that was shown on the previous slide there. This is comparing 16 to 55-year-olds and 56 and older, and the prevalence of these non-serious side effects. And the tracking on both of these shows or was started on dose 1 and continued to 30 days after the second dose of the vaccine or the placebo, depending on which group the trial participant was in. You can see on the left-hand side, 16 to 55, there was almost 11,000 patients in the trial that received the vaccine, and the same with placebo. Obviously, with the patients that received the placebo, the incidence of the side effects were higher at 29.3% compared to 13.2%. And again, that's in the 16 to 55-year-old range. Then on the right-hand side, you can see that on the 56 year of age and older, there was about 8,000 participants in each vaccine trial and the placebo. It tracked the same amount of time, and again, you can see that the vaccine participants had a higher incidence of non-serious adverse events, which would be to be expected. But you can also notice that it was less frequent non-serious adverse effects in the older 56 years and older group. And also of note, there was 4 participants in the vaccine group that did end up developing Bell's palsy. They're not sure why this occurred, but again, it did happen in 4 participants out of both the trials. So now we'll talk about the serious adverse effects. Again, those are compared in the 2 different groups, the 16 to 55-year-old group with about 11,000 in each the vaccine and placebo side of the trial, and then in 56 years and older with about 8,000 in the vaccine and 8,000 in the placebo. So these were all participants that received at least 1 dose of the vaccine or the placebo, and you can see on the left-hand side, 0.4% of the vaccine recipients ended up exhibiting a serious adverse effect, and 0.3% also exhibited a serious adverse effect. So there wasn't really a big difference in either the vaccine or placebo sides for the 16 to 55-year-old. But however, in the 56 and older, it was pretty much similar, where 0.8% who received the vaccine had a serious side effect, whereas 0.6% of the people who received placebo had a serious side effect. And you can see at the bottom here, there were the 12 participants, 8 who received the vaccine and 4 who received the placebo were the ones who developed appendicitis. They don't know why these occurred in either, but it did occur in both the vaccine and placebo. So go ahead and stay tuned. I'll be coming out with some more information soon, guys. Thanks.